Again,
Happy Memorial Day weekend, gentlemen.
Happy Memorial.
what are you guys doing for Memorial Day weekend?
You're watching it, buddy. I'm just hanging out, the family, all day.
Looks like only one of us here is actually making.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, see, there's only one of us making money on syrup, and I think it's obvious who it is.
This is the family place. I do not own it.
That's awesome.
This is my parents own this.
Oh,
Or have this
nice.
place. Yeah, there's
Very cool.
15,000 lakes in Wisconsin, right? I think they have 50% more than Minnesota.
Supposedly, there's more lakes in Wisconsin than Minnesota.
Yeah, like 50% more.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
But Minnesota says the land of 10,000 lakes. Wisconsin supposedly has a lot more.
15 or something like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm on North Twin Lake, which is about, I don't know, it's 8 miles from the border with the UP. It's a very large lake.
Oh, that's bear country.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best muskie fishing lakes in the state.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah. The water's very cold here yet. I mean, it's in the 50s.
Ooh.
So, it's not water sports time yet at all.
Wow.
It's definitely chilly. And it rained a lot here today, too. So.
Oh, we just got dumped on. It just finished up here about 30, 40 minutes ago.
Okay.
David looks like he was golfing today.
No, I wanted to be.
Do you like golf?
I actually do.
Really?
It's the only so-called sport, if you want to call it a sport, that I do. I'm not good at it, but I enjoy it.
Really?
Yes.
Man. All right.
I do not like golf. I've tried it a few times. I don't have any patience for it.
No.
Here we go. Here we go. Good evening, gentlemen. Could pay me to golf. All right, we got some people. It's an odd time to do anything on holiday weekends. So I typically try to launch videos on Sunday morning, and it's a holiday weekend, so people are just doing different. Their routines are out, right? So I'm just trying something different. So I released it Friday night because I felt like, or Saturday night, because I felt like it might do something different. You'll catch different people.
Well, yeah, it's probably people are doing things and family stuff like what I'm doing right now. So
yeah, we went to the zoo.
Oh man, it was it 150 degrees?
No, it was beautiful actually. There was a nice breeze. That storm was coming in. We were there. It's probably one of the better days to go. Really, wasn't humid. It was nice.
So is this beets or baits? I think there's like a couple different ways to say it in Western New York. There's a couple different. I don't know if this is Doug. There's all sorts of people coming in. What's the open house video? I need more information, Dominic. What open house? Oh, yeah. You mean like? Oh, it is Doug. When I'm up there,
it's Dom. You know what he's talking about.
I got you. Yeah, my wife said I should not kick the bee's nest. I should not.
Oh, come on.
She is non-confrontational.
Well, there, that works.
Okay, sweet extra. Hey, hope you have a great weekend. This is the #1 maple syrup live stream on the internet, guys. We're ranked #1.
I feel like I started that though, mate. I think I taught you out.
Yeah, you know what? Like if we each did one, this is #2.
I still have the most maple subscribers, second most maple subscribers that are organically obtained.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Organically. Here we go.
Yes, you
Shots fired.
You'll be amazed how far $100 goes in India.
Yes, that's what I heard.
And Dom is right. Yeah, Bricks is the star of the show.
Yes.
Yep. I got a few more episodes to put out before that one. Like the Shaver Hill, it's like enough for 2 episodes. And luckily, I'm getting a little bit of help. So what's interesting is historically in the maple industry, dealers controlled information, right? It was like information would flow from the Northeast to dealers, then to the farmers. But now with social media, like the information control really, it doesn't really exist. So you might as well be the source of it as opposed to trying to keep your arms around it and not let anybody know what's going on. But information control, it's I was talking to Bruce Bascom about this when Leader was, going to people to buy shares. And I asked him, why would I do that? And he goes, it was never about the equipment sales. It was about information. So if you had dealers throughout the country that you're buying bulk syrup from, you can find out how's the maple season over here and how's the maple season over here and how's the maple season, in this area. So you can kind of find out how the crop's looking. And I just think information now is so readily available that, dealers can't control information on what, pieces of equipment, like it's so readily available that, you can't really say, if something's good or bad, like it's going to come out.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just a theory. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, literally, we have everything at our fingertips 24/7. It's just, I mean, look at the media stuff just getting shoved down our throats every second, pretty much. I mean, you just got to turn the stuff off.
So Doug says good and bad to that. You can tell them the truth and they still won't believe it. Well, I think what happens is you get so much information, you just start rejecting everything because you can't really discern what's true. It's really discernment. Like, is this a true statement? If you just stop listening to everybody,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is just a working theory.
So do you have any plans for tomorrow, Nate or Tim?
I don't.
Heading back home in the afternoon.
Oh, baseball game, state playoff game, or not state, or what is it, regional? District 10 playoffs. Jared's in the playoffs.
I see. Man, they keep you busy, don't they, Nate?
Man, they do. They do.
We just got about a 2.5 hour drive back.
Oh, that's not bad.
What's the closest Michigan town to you? Like, if you guys had to run to the store, what town would you go to right now, Tim?
Eagle River.
What's it called?
Eagle River. Eagle River, Wisconsin. I don't know if you heard that.
Yep, Eagle River.
Probably about 1,500 people, but in the summer it's probably like 10,000. It's a tourist vacation area.
I see.
Then Waters Meat is in Michigan, right north of us.
There's a sugar bush for sale over near you.
Oh yeah, it's the Paul. That's up in the UP.
Oh yeah, there's one in the UP, but there's actually one in Michigan. I saw it on online and called about it. The guy's name's Dick. And he's got, I think, 7,000 taps there.
Okay.
I'm just wondering why no.
Where is that one located?
Let's see. Yeah, there's a sugar bush for sale. Right up near you. I'm gonna look it up.
There was one in the UP not too far north of here, maybe about 45 minutes north of here, that I don't know if it still is. And a while back, and that was like listed for like 1.2 million or something.
That one that's in. So this one is in a town near Butternut.
Oh,
It's a
that's
town
north.
called Butternut. That's what it's
Yeah.
called, Butternut. I was like, man, that won't cause any confusion at all. So the question is are you looking to buy a sugar bush, Nate? Yes, always. Always. I definitely would like to go further north. Making syrup in Ohio just doesn't. I mean, once you see large producers making more syrup than your state makes, you're just like, what am I doing?
You know, I was talking to somebody, and they said that there's like a really, really nice maple belt along Wisconsin and Michigan border,
Yep.
you know, above Wisconsin there, centered. I guess it's like a ton of maple, really good sugar content, like the perfect recipe for maple.
Yeah, I saw that. There was a map somebody put on the maple chat that showed where the highest density of sugar maple is in the country, and it's up near Gaylord, Michigan, western UP into Wisconsin, some spots in New York, and then Vermont was very heavy.
Yeah.
It didn't show Maine that heavy, but it's shocking because Maine makes a third most syrup in the country.
Interesting.
So, Patterson, that's the fella. So how many acres am I looking for? Like 600 plus. Like I'm looking for a lot.
You're pretty much wanting 10,000 in one spot, or no less, really, right,
Yeah,
Nate?
100,000 acres is like that's that's 100,000 taps is what would be a nice. Like I'm nowhere near ready for it, but I'm trying to kind of find how it works in Wisconsin because Wisconsin is a great state to produce syrup. And the land is still reasonable. Like if you tried to buy land in Ohio, I'm not kidding you. Maple producing land near me would be like 20,000 an acre. It's just there's too much population. But the north woods of Wisconsin, there's still people that have large timber tracts. Like it's definitely a state for production. And then the sugar content is ridiculous. Just amazing sugar content. Within the country, I would argue that Wisconsin has the highest sugar content that I've seen. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying with my own eyeballs, I've seen a lot of threes.
I'm here. I live here, and I've seen it 2.5, 6, 2.6 is probably normal what we see.
Yeah, and we're like 1, 2, 1, 3.
Well, we're 1.5, 1.6.
Yeah, like that's what red maples get you.
Yeah, but you guys, there's also a heavy logging presence up in there too, isn't there?
Yeah, like the ideal piece of property is, a timber company that basically left a big building with a lot of acreage. That's ideal. That's ideal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of logging in northern Wisconsin. There's a lot of logging in the UP. That's probably one of the primary industries in those areas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but they're probably not touching the maple. So speaking, if they are, they're doing the real big ones that need to go anyway. So the tap count probably is still pretty fair, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. So what is this? It's W_CH. What does that mean?
I don't know. Just a name, probably.
I don't know the fella's name or this lady's name, but is it possible for you to go up to Quebec and tour some of the bigger operations and see how they do it? Yes, I know. I do know that's coming. Like at some point, I do need to go up to Quebec. They make 70% of the world's maple syrup. It'd be nice to see some of those operations. There's a language barrier, though. I need an interpreter. Any of you guys fluent in French?
Nope.
No?
Can't help you out.
Just looked at a piece of land in Northeast Ohio, 18,000 an acre.
Jeez, oh criminy.
Yeah, I know.
That'll never pay for itself, no matter if you're farming, no matter what you do. There's no
That's
way.
what I'm saying.
There's no way that'll cash flow.
Right.
There's no way to
So
make that cash flow.
in Maine, a lot of those guys don't own the land, so they're leasing from large lumber companies.
Right.
But in Wisconsin, you can still buy large tracts of land, and it's reasonable.
Yeah, you could
And
probably
the
still do the same in the UP.
And the UP.
Yeah.
You might get it for probably 2
I
to
was gonna say
3.
2. Yeah, I was gonna say 2. If depends if it's swampy or whatever, but you could easily probably get it done for 2,500.
Yeah. There's a chunk for sale in Hessel. I think it's Hessel, Michigan. It's like 800 acres at $800 an acre. Like, you don't see that anymore. Yeah, Geauga County is a bit higher. Yep. Yeah, this is an interesting comment here. A lot of loggers around me complain and say if the woods have been tapped, that it's no good for logs anymore. That's not true. Maybe for their markets, but
Isn't tapwood like a
More
crazy
valuable.
price? Like, isn't there certain loggers that are like wanting that and paying double?
no, I don't know. That's not something I've heard. I mean, I'm always looking for it because it's kind of cool to build with.
Yeah, there's an Amish guy down around me that's paying
Yeah,
like double for that.
Right, for making furniture and stuff like interior design, basically, probably.
I see. Yeah, I was shocked when I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, how's the fishing off that dock, Tim? Is it any good, or do you got to get out in the water?
We caught a little bit of me and some of the kids have caught like some bluegills and crappies and stuff, and there's like some smallmouth bass hanging around off the dock.
I see.
But the boys went out and fished a little bit out in the lake today. I didn't go out with them. They didn't catch anything.
All I'm learning is Tim, he's doing it right this weekend. Tim's doing it right.
That's right, guys.
He's doing it right.
He's the only one making money, so he's the only one who can afford to go do anything.
I don't know. I don't think that's the case here. I think I'm talking to the guys that are got the inside track.
Yeah,
Oh.
I lose less every day is what I tell people.
Yeah. Something like that.
I at this point, if I can take some, do stuff like this with the family and the kids, I'll do that. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll never get that back.
Right. You're not going to sit there on your deathbed saying, I wish I worked that weekend. You're going to remember the stuff that actually mattered at the end of the day.
I should have stayed home and bottled that syrup.
Right. Nobody's going to say that. I don't think. Maybe there's some people.
No.
No.
So, no, we're fortunate enough. My parents bought a piece of property up here almost 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And it's just been kind of a place where I have two brothers and a sister, and everybody can come up here and hang out, and most of them are here this weekend. So it's a whole big group.
So where are you at in the lineup, Tim? Are you the oldest, youngest, middle?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
Oldest.
Yep. So there's a whole bunch of kids here, but it's kind of crazy, but
That's fun. So is Jack and Haley with you then? I know Haley was.
Yep. They're both here.
Good deal.
Trying to get my teenage boys to do anything. They don't, they're buddies, girls.
Yeah, no, I get that. Jack's definitely, that's important to him, but yeah, I can still snag him for some stuff. But,
yeah.
I got to make it really tempting. Like, hey, do you want to go to the movies? Like, we went and saw Civil War. John will watch movies with me. Jared, he's not going to watch a movie. You gotta include food for Jared. That boy eats like a gallon he drinks a gallon of milk every 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
I know. Like,
So what makes him tick? Is it sports? Is it like what's he like into? What's his thing like?
You talking Jack or Jared?
Jared.
Of Girls. Yeah, baseball. So he's baseball and girls.
Is he driving himself, Nate?
No, but he's ready. He's ready.
Jack's driving, right?
Jonathan's driving.
Yeah, he drives. Yep.
Okay.
Jared is not, but he can. He's probably ready before. If he went and took the driver's test, he'd probably ace it.
Okay.
He's just got it.
Mm-hmm.
They had a bonfire at my parents' last night, and my wife's sister's in from San Diego, and so a lot of events around that.
Yeah.
And then heading to a fire at my parents' last night, I just couldn't do it. There was just too much going on. But what do you guys do anything maple related through May, June? Just business as normal? What I noticed is the bigger producers are already out working in the woods.
Well, I'm
And
sure.
I in Midwest, for me, I just ignore it. All that stuff I said I'll get after the season, I've forgotten about already.
Yeah.
So when the season starts, I'm like, what the heck?
I don't like mosquitoes. I don't like snakes. And I don't like not being able to see anything with all the undergrowth. So I pretty much just wait till fall.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's when I've done anything. It's been after Labor Day. You start thinking about it. Or if that's when we're going to do something, it's after Labor Day.
Yeah.
And into winter.
Deer ticks. I think you said ticks are horrible this year in Michigan, right?
They are.
Weren't you?
Yeah. They haven't been so bad since I sprayed, but they've been bad.
Gosh. Well, any other good stuff, guys?
Yeah, I did a food truck event on Saturday, sold out again in about 4 hours. That's going pretty good. And yeah.
Do you feel like you need to are you just making an estimation, or do you're like, if I would have brought more, obviously you would have sold more?
Well, yes and no. So what I do is I max capacity my food warmers, my Cambros, my smoker. So I'm pretty much at my max, and that's about 300 servings.
Okay.
And if I want to go more, I have to change some things, but I mean, I don't want to sacrifice quality for quantity. I'm still hung up on that on a lot of things. And there's just no shortcuts to good, true barbecue, just like they do in Texas. And that's what I'm doing. I'm using real wood and an offset smoker I built. The whole thing it's as close to going down there as you're going to get up here.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not doing much. I'm not doing really anything different. So, but down there they charge $60 a pound for brisket, and I can only charge $19 a pound.
Oh wow!
We'll come back to your question, Ian. But Nick Wendell had a comment: barbecue or maple products at the food truck event.
Both.
Both. So you
I sell syrup
there?
at the same time. So if you look at my food trailer, on the front of it, it says Hughes Farms pure maple syrup sold here. And then I make a maple barbecue sauce, and I talk about I do my maple cotton candy. I blend it all in and use it. I actually picked up some retail locations from the food trailer. They are there with their family or whatever. Hey, we have this, we have that, and here's a card.
So what do we got here? Go back to Ian's question. Ian was saying how many taps on how many acres. I don't know what that question is. So Ian Roth, good crop in Wisconsin. I know that I have all the syrup that I need. We got everybody. Andy has everything lined up. I wasn't going to say anything because I wanted to keep the price up. I shouldn't say I'm not buying syrup anymore. Then now everybody can drop their price. But I wasn't going to say anything, but we kind of hit it, 24 minutes in? So I don't think the people that are buying syrup in Wisconsin are going to watch this. Watching, I got the maple dude hanging out on a dock. David's about to show us his General Lee.
You want me to, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Tim, you'll like this.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's probably gonna be dark in there.
I'm going in and out. What?
Hang on.
Now is this like from the movie set? Like from the TV set? Like
Oh, can't believe I'm doing this.
yeah, I want to see it.
You're gonna have a bunch of rioters and picket people out in front of my place now, aren't you, Nate?
What do you do?
Yeah. He's showing us his car.
Classified.
It's an actual
Was classified.
It's a
Was
classic.
classified. Well, it's pretty dark in here, guys.
There it is.
Hang on, let me go get the lights on in this thing.
Now, what year is that?
Should be plugged in.
I saw it before we started, and I'm like, that's a pretty piece of equipment there.
Hang on.
What do you have?
Just hang on. Nate put me on the spot. I'm not ready.
Yeah. What do you got to generate the power?
Yeah, I got everything turned off. I keep everything turned off and locked up.
He looks like he's squatch hunting, like he's about to like go through the woods and do some squatch calls.
Shut up.
Do you
I don't
belong
even
to
know
a
where that's
squatch
at.
calling crew? Do you belong to a squatch calling crew? Like crew?
No,
like
but Dominic does.
does he?
Yeah.
Listen, I should have had Dom on here. I want to hear a squatch call.
I hope
Does he
he's
do a
still
squatch
watching.
call?
Yeah, he's really good at it.
He does. Dom, if you're still around, I want to hear a squatch call on this live stream. Here we go.
All right.
I will.
Okay.
Let people do.
Let's try this again.
Let's do this. All right, Dom. I want to hear a squatch call. Dom's probably working.
Can you see it?
No, I
Yeah,
don't
baby.
know.
Yeah. Like, is this from like this TV set?
Yeah. Oh no, it's not a real one, but
Like, didn't they crash like hundreds of them things?
yeah.
You cannot make this up.
Yeah, there you go.
Everything on my end is delayed. I obviously it's a Charger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
1970 Charger.
Okay. So you have a legit, it's a real Charger, it's the General Lee
Yes.
and all that.
Is that like
Yeah,
68? Like, what year is that thing? 70?
So this one's a 70. And that's where everybody is going to get on here and start commenting. A real one's a 1969. It's not true. It's not real.
It's a 440 6-pack.
It's 440, yeah.
Can you blow
Really?
through tires with that thing? Could you just like,
Yeah.
man?
Very cool. I didn't know you had one of those. I had a 69 Pontiac GTO years ago.
No, now you're talking.
I did.
The 73 fastbacks at my dad's.
That is way more relatable to our audience than like sports talk. Like, we can't talk sports.
Well, next time make
Yeah.
make sure I'm more prepared than that circus right there.
Listen, the horn made it worth it. You probably have to charge the battery now.
No.
I didn't catch that. So it's is it a 4-barrel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 444 barrel.
That's cool. I had that 69 GTO. I had to sell it.
My Silverado has 260,000 miles on it.
Cool.
So what'd you have for an engine in the 69, Tim?
That was a 400.
A what?
Which was the 400
The 400, okay.
and a 4-barrel.
I
I mean, it was the regular GTO, like it wasn't the Ram Air or anything like that, but
I see. Yeah, the neighbor down the road's got a 69.
okay.
Extreme Audio Pro said you had to sell it all for Maple equipment.
The GTO, no, I actually sold it to put down payment on the first house I ever had.
No kidding.
Isn't that always the case? Yeah.
Yeah, now I regret it.
Yeah, the 73 Mach 1's got a 351 Cleveland, and we just put 302 Boss heads on it, so now it's a Cobra Jet.
Jeez.
351 Cobra Jet.
Wow. No.
People are gonna fall asleep with all this carburetor talk.
Oh dear. But
that's pretty neat.
What was you said you have a Quadzilla, right, Tim?
Yeah.
Now which is quicker, that Quadzilla or your souped up Banshee?
They're very, very close. The Banshee is a little modified. The Quadzilla is basically stock, and if they're very, very close, I'd say the Quadzilla probably still beats it if you're doing like an 1/8 of a mile drag race, but it kind of depends on the driver.
Yeah.
Are those
Is the
two-stroke or four-stroke engines?
2-stroke.
Yeah. You smell like a chainsaw when you're done?
Yeah. They're loud. But there's nothing like riding those. I don't know. They just, the power band on them is the fun part.
The only thing I can relate to is I think it was a Yamaha Blaster. Was that 2-stroke?
That's a 2-stroke.
I don't know how I'm still alive. Like I don't.
Those are fun. Those Yamaha Blasters are fun.
It was like, man,
those were great.
No, those things are fast.
Dude, they're a great entry level quad. Like you could get anybody into one of those pretty much.
Right. And you can do tons of modifications to those too.
Correct.
Because there's still a lot of them out there.
Oh man, yeah. So when I was in high school, 2007, 2008, when I graduated, those were it, man. Like everybody, that's what all the kids were running, because that's what we could afford.
Right. Yep. They were cheap and really popular.
Do you know what a DS 650 is, Tim?
Yeah.
I had one, and that thing was wicked. That was
Yeah, I never have ridden one, but I know they were pretty.
If you get the chance to, you really should. For a 4-stroke and the torque and the power, they're a heavier quad, but man, they're a quad.
Yeah, they look cool. I remember them.
I've always wanted a 250R, like an 86.
That I have the 3-wheeler and a 4-wheeler.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've wanted a 3-wheeler.
They're fun too. That's kind of the legendary all-time ATV right there.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That revolutionized the ATV world. It really did.
Yeah,
the 250 series,
250R,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing. We had a go-kart without a motor. I was the motor.
Nice.
Like we had to take turns.
Oh, dude. So I got a go-kart story for you. I found one for free on the side of the road. Need an engine, so I went and put an engine on it, little 5-horse Briggs and Stratton, and was trying to tune it, get it going. And of course, everything's rusted. The throttle cable's rusted. You put it on there and you start it up, and it's got those centrifugal clutches on it. As you give it gas, it starts to take off or whatever. Well, I gave it gas to take off, and I was standing. You had to stand up on it and give it a little bit of gas and pull start it at the same time. Well, it started, and the throttle was stuck and took off, and my leg went in between the frame and went back, and my leg got next to the centrifugal clutch, and it ripped the skin and the meat off the back of my calf and was like hanging down like a fillet. And I went inside, and my mom's like, "What the heck?" Oh, dude, it was bad. I'll show you that scar sometime. That was the one and only golf cart I ever had.
Out.
Yeah. So much for a free golf cart or go-kart, you know.
Yeah, yikes.
That's bad. It was so bad they couldn't even stitch it. Oh yeah, it was bad.
Well, gentlemen, we don't have a lot of questions here. Anybody got questions for these guys? Any maple questions? Quad questions? Vintage three-wheeler questions? General Lee questions? Stitches on your calf questions? What do you guys got?
Shooting from the hip. Are any of you into firearms at all? Do you guys collect or shoot, carry any of that?
I have a handgun and some. I mean, I have like some hunting rifles and stuff, but I'm not a collector by any means.
Hey, let's not get me shadow banned here. Jeez, oh man.
Oh, come on, Nate. Let's get Kevin on here.
He's on here. He said, he just said, are we comparing scars?
Oh, that's funny.
My wife got me some Mallow cups. I love these things. Altoona,
Here we go.
Pennsylvania. Freaking love these things. They're just marshmallow and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what they were, Tim, so I give you props for knowing what they were.
I've heard of them.
That's because you're a young guy. Tim and I are a little older.
The Mallow Cup, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love that fake marshmallow.
If you're going to do it, just get Reese's.
Dom said, when's Dave going to bottle?
Oh, just ignore him. But hey, right here, ask him about his Sasquatch group he's a part of and all that. And
Dom, I sent you a link. He can come on here. I want to hear a Sasquatch call.
Did you send Dom a link?
Mm-hmm.
He's probably working.
I want to hear a
probably
Squatch.
at the fire station.
I bet you can do a Squatch call on the station.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, gentlemen, have a good Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to end this early.
What's that?
I said, I'm going to end this early, gentlemen.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to hang out with family, watch movies. It's a Memorial Day weekend. Have fun. I wish I was up there with you, Tim.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, let me hear. We'll give you one more view.
Heck yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, rub it in. Rub it in, why don't you?
Wow. I mean, we can literally hear the waves up against the dock the whole time.
Dude, look how smooth that looks. Yeah, that's not even cool, man.
Oh, it's a big lake. It's large. One of the larger ones up here.
So when are we having the Maple Dude fishing competition? We all show up there and we all go out and we try to see who catches the biggest muskie or something.
Let's do it.
Well, hey, we need to take a maple shot and put some hooks on it, cast it out, and catch one on the maple shot.
Basically, there's a calendar in the house up here where people mark off what weekends they want to use it. If there's open weekends, this place is available.
We should do it. That would be hilarious, guys. We need to follow through on that.
I hate fishing. But I like
I am not a good fisherman. I will say that. I'm not good.
Touch them, man. They're like slimy and they got like.
But I don't mind doing it. I'm just not good.
I'm telling you, maple shot with a treble hook.
That would actually be good.
We could try it.
We need to do it.
Oh.
All right, gentlemen. Signing off.
Perfect. See you guys.
We'll catch you.
See ya.
Good night.